Uh-oh, time to get dizzy. Oh, my. Whoa, baby, hang on.
The worldwide Monster Jam phenomenon continues to pack stadiums for all the on-track excitement. And of course, the fan favorite is freestyle. Get ready for the best freestyle moments from the biggest stadiums and the greatest events in 2011. This is it. The greatest moves, the biggest thrills from Advance Auto Parts Monster Jam Freestyle Competition is coming your way. We begin at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, one of the newest stops on the Monster Jam annual tour, the state-of-the-art home of the National Football League's Philadelphia Eagles. And it was high-flying excitement all night long with a true all-star lineup packed full of former world freestyle champions, giving the fans what they came to see, the biggest air and some crazy wow moments all night long. To get started, you know we're going to get a big wow moment, maybe 2 or 3 of them, from the unbelievable Advance Auto Parts Grinder. Lupe Sosa with the People's Truck, the Advance Auto Parts Grinder on the track.
Whoa! Whoa! My goodness!
Not only did he drag the tail, he was digging dirt.
He sure was.
This win's going to be just as big as a Vegas win. You know, it's the first big stadium event here in Philly. So, yeah, we all want to win. All the big guns are here. Everybody's got their game on. Everybody brought in their A game. So I'm feeling really confident. If nothing else, we're here to make history.
Look at the positioning. I mean, Lupe Sosa is giving you a classic. And one thing he's doing, Mark, that I want to make sure the fans are aware of, he's thrilling the fans, yes, but he's giving the judges everything they're looking for. The cross threads, the great positioning on the sky wheelies, along with the natural huge air. And he's still got 20 seconds. He can still make a couple more big moves. This is a dandy run from Lupe Sosa. He says this truck's state-of-the-art. It's the best of everything, and he intends to run it, push it.
Oh, man, talk about pushing it.
And anything that breaks, they'll run down to Advance Auto Parts and fix it. He has filled regulation time, and now we'll go into bonus time. Oh, my.
He's coming back. He's coming back, Scott.
Well, the rest of that grinder body's not coming back, but Lupe rolls on.
Roll it on the upside of the ramp and roll it back down and keep on rolling.
We got to talk to Jamie Woods, who kind of heads this operation up as part of the Advanced Auto Parts Grinder management team. And, you know, she basically said she wants the best in the business, and they're coming out here to absolutely throw it down.
Well,
no holds barred.
He's throwing it down right here, my friend. If this isn't a throwdown, I don't know what is. Unbelievable. What I'm seeing him doing right here is crazy stuff. He is hitting these jumps, making certain, Scott, that his back tires are turned so that the truck does all sorts of crazy maneuvers, and he's pulling out of every one of them. Look at it. That's what I'm talking about. He goes into that with a left turn going, and now it got him done.
You know, Mark, the last half dozen big moves that he hit, the scores were already in. Right. That was just bonus for the fans. every inch of this track. Going big, spectacular, and still keeping it going the right direction.
Don't think for 1 second he's not calculated. He made it look like he's, oh my, driving from the seat of his pants.
Are you kidding me?
He wants to land that truck where he can combo move again.
Superman, you're in my way.
Tom's got some problems here, though. The rear steering on that truck, you saw in that last shot. Now it looks like he's going to blow a tire. The rear steering is completely out. He has no rear steering whatsoever. That last shot showed the hose blown right off. Oh, my. Right over Tinkler's Monster Mutt. Tom doesn't care. He wants to win this thing. He's going at this with no steering in the rear.
It's like him and having respect for these guys.
Tom?
He wants to beat them all. By the way, that nice crosswind will be the last thing scored by the regulation judges. Now the bonus judge is on the clock.
Wow. Look at that rear steering. It's just going cattywampus any which way it wants to. And Tom knows that the faster he goes, oh my. Wow.
Man, top to bottom, these drivers are awesome. They really got me going. I knew he was going to have to lay it out there after I saw Damon, Adam, all of them, every one of them. Jeremy, Loopy was unbelievable. But man, the big winners here tonight aren't me. They are the fans of the Philadelphia area, East Coast, Monster Jam, first stadium event. We love you. Woo!
Next, the sport heads to the banks of the Ohio River, Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati once again. The superstars came out and the crowd was on fire from the very beginning. Another lineup full of World Finals veterans, former world champions, all ready to throw it down with the biggest freestyle moves in Cincinnati on another huge stadium floor, home of the National Football League team that allows the big obstacles, the huge air to come into play for all of the superstars in Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam freestyle competition. Let's get started with Stone Crusher. Steve Sims comes roaring out of the pits and says, start the clock, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Stone Crusher. We've said it before, but I don't know that there's a guy who's had a more accelerated curve rising up the ranks. He came in to do it right. He's expanded his team. Now there's a second Stone Crusher along with the Mopar Magic on this team. And boy, Steve Sims has flat delivered as a driver, and he didn't seem, I mean, I'm not sure he's telling me the whole truth, but didn't really act like he was going to be a driver when he got into the sport. He wanted to own a truck, he bought a truck, and then all of a sudden it was like, well, I need a driver today, I guess I'm going to strap in. And wow, he fit like a glove inside of that baby.
Yeah, he sure did. He as you said, almost came from out of nowhere, and bam, there he was, where his experience came from. He found a lot of it right here on the track as he went knee-deep in it. Really has done a fantastic job.
Well, was tutored to an extent, not just as a driver, but also on how to run an operation by Dennis Anderson, by a lot of the people down there in the Outer Banks, a lot of course, operations down there. And, you know, you learn from the best and you hope to pick up, and then, you know, he's got a lot of business acumen of his own. Very successful in the stone business. That's why it's Stone Crusher. He's taking that success to the world of Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam, and this is why Steve has become a regular in terms of getting invitations to the Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam World Finals. He puts on a show everywhere he goes. The key to bonus time.
Nice there.
There's the key to bonus time right there. You've only got 30 seconds. So if you're going to add points, you only have time for 3 at the most, maybe 2 really good moves. And Steve's given us a couple of big good air shots right there that should add him some points.
Go try and get himself a slap wheelie here. That's not going to happen. Cross it up a little bit. That's a slap wheelie bump in the making right there. Came up a little bit short.
Scores are all in now, so he's just giving the fans a little extra. Listening again, it's so cool because we listened intensely to Ryan Anderson and the throttle rhythm. They're different, yet they're both still awesome. But Dennis has got that same familiar rhythm that we've seen, in essence, help make the legend that he is. It's that sound and these sights.
Wow, nice air. Oh, big air again by Dennis.
Still a lot of time on the clock, 20 to go in regulation. A little nudge for Mopar. Guess he's telling Carl, you better get on my team now. Just run you over. Down to 10 in regulation. Dennis Anderson will fill the regulation clock.
Oh, he's broke. He's broke.
Oh, now he did get into bonus time, but he didn't fill bonus time. Wow. Dennis, you're broke. He was trying to go on further, but that thing's not going to go anywhere. The next generation of the greatest name in advanced auto parts Monster Jam, Ryan Anderson, not yet 21 years old, and he is off to a rip and roaring start. Anderson just thrilled to be here in this big field.
We got a few new things that we're trying and I'm not too sure on, especially with the obstacles being so big here. But, you know, we got to let it all hang out. We have good fans here paying their hard-earned money, so we're not cut back one bit. The body's brand new, but I don't think it's going to be after this night.
Whoa, Nelly.
Mark, notice something right here. Even there was a little kind of a stutter to bring the truck down. I want you fans to notice the flow. I mean, he is just rolling with big momentum, move to move to move. There's not stop and start, and there's not even slowing down here.
No, not at all.
This is really, really outstanding flow. And for somebody so new. You can hear that throttle rhythm, and it's not quite like we're used to with his dad. There's a little difference. He likes revving that thing up in the air.
Well, he's got that big speed. Wow, that's the biggest air we've seen all night.
And he
does a combo move, goes from jump to jump, lead to backside, over the sick air jumps. That was the biggest air we've seen. The nicest move from Ryan all night long.
And he did that right as the time expired, so all three regulation judges are going to consider it. Oh, look at this. Again, I'm so impressed with the momentum and the flow. There's no wasted time here. And again, I can't stress enough, this young man is not yet 21 years old. The reigning Rookie of the Year, and the sky is the limit, most people will tell you, on this young man's career.
He's got a long career ahead of him. Look at this crazy sick air. You know, the beauty of this for this young man is he's been able to grow up around this sport from day one. Like you said, it's a natural feeling that they get. You know, it's in the blood, the Anderson blood driving. But he's been in cars and mutters and everything else since he was a little boy. Could have chosen his driving style and his ability even here.
Oh, here it goes. Look out. I thought he had it saved, Bill. He said it was going to end up
not being so new.
Without a doubt, this is the first time the three Andersons been together. Second time with Dad. He barely nicked me out the first time. I got him this time. He had a tough break, so did Tom. But Andersons are bringing home all the hardware this time. Team Anderson all the way. I love all you fans for supporting that crazy guy in that truck. My family's here with me to the best night of my life.
It was a big story when the roof of the Metrodome collapsed, but before they had to start repairs, Advance Auto Parts Monster Jam was rocking the hallowed halls of the Minneapolis Metrodome, where the sport has been turning on the fans for more than 2 decades. And they got the job done again with a 10-truck lineup of some of the biggest superstars and greatest freestyle talents in the business, all looking for that coveted Minneapolis victory. Lupe Sosa having the time of his life. Of course, I guess we all might if our good friends at Advance Auto Parts came up and said, here's a state-of-the-art truck and here's the checkbook. You tear it up, we're going to fix it.
Enjoy
Thrill these fans. And that's why he calls it the people's truck. It's all about the fans and their reaction to the Advance Auto Parts grinder. Oh, they put the motorhome out there, and there it goes. Lupe Sosa took that out with no problem whatsoever. And again, when we talk about new truck, Mark, I mean every piece on this baby. State-of-the-art, everything on it. And that's what Lupe was saying. There is still a little bit of experimentation, even though they had the truck out a year. And, of course, the team, as we documented last time in racing,
nice there.
Look at that, is expanding. John Cisak, former world racing champion, has already been introduced on this night to the fans. Is driving a second Advance Auto Parts grinder. We're already hearing there's a third one being developed.
Amazing.
And they're going to put another high-profile driver in that truck.
Amazing. Advance Auto Parts has really stepped up to the plate on this, and they have gone headlong in putting out one of the best pieces out there in Monster Jam. Look at this air here from Lupe. He talks about landing like a marshmallow. It sure looks like it.
We could probably find some room to call it the Advance Auto Parts Felon if they want to keep expanding.
Hey, that's okay. I'm all about the Advance Auto Parts Felon.
For those of you who don't know, Mark Schrader drives the Felon when he's not here in this booth on the Advance Auto Parts Monster Jam circuit. Lupe Sosa filling the clock, and this is what the judges like. We talk about technical precision. Things like that nobody else has done. Those little moves, those little intricacies, they're going to get you extra points. Look at that. He almost spun that baby around the middle of the jump.
Well, he's coming up there. He's got his rear steering turn. You watch how Lupe has done this many times. Now, this rear steering is either purposely staying turned so that he can hit these jumps and really corkscrew it up in the air. Now he's doing it again right here.
You're absolutely right. And that is that kind of unique flavor that impresses the judges. Now he's straightening the rear steer out. You can see that he went into those
moves. He's going to it here again. Oh. Hard landing. He's going to lose a tire on that.
Yeah, that's going to leave a mark.
Yep.
He filled the clock, he filled bonus, and he did it in spectacular fashion. This is just extra for the fans. The scores are in, and Lupe's having fun. 2 flat tires. You got 2 good ones. Flat nose. I think he's trying.
Lupe's having a good time showing the people what it's like to have a big checkbook and a big monster truck.
On board with Dennis Anderson and the Gravedigger in his 29th year. And he's never been better. Oh my! You think he wants a Double Down trophy? Oh yeah, he does. And of course, speaking of the Double Down trophy, tickets for our next Advance Auto Parts Monster Jam World Finals are available. If you go online, get the Double Down. Make sure you're the ultimate ticket in getting up close to guys like Dennis and Tom. So many angles we talked about. Look at this. You know, as spectacular as he is, Mark, the sound of a Gravedigger freestyle is one of the things that makes it so unique.
Well, it's his throttle rhythm. It's the style of the exhaust on the motor. It's a zoomy style header. Very cool.
With Dennis, most of the time, if he fills the clock, he's got a shot at the trophy, and he's down to his final 20 seconds of regulation. And of course, in Digger fashion, it's a non-stop high-energy run. Here come the crossthreads. Oh my, he's still going. How about giving the three judges in regulation something to remember you by and put a big number up? Has he done? He got into bonus time, but I think the truck... No, they're going to let him go. He's still okay. Now, they froze the clock like they would for anybody until they saw him go.
Oh, man. He broke on that amazing lead. He broke the tie rod in the front, so he has no front steering. The tires are going whichever direction they want to go right here, as you can see. So he's going to try and back it up, get him going straight, and at least get one more jump.
You know, I've learned a long time ago to stay out of the prediction business. I know how bad Lupe Sosa wants this freestyle trophy in the Advanced Auto Parts Grinder, but I think this one's going back to Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, and a double down with it. This has been phenomenal. It's been Dennis, vintage Dennis. And that's why he's the most popular guy that's ever been in this sport. Creating freestyle in a way, and has absolutely ripped freestyles up in this building.
I don't know, man. I'm going to tell you right now, I had that Gravedigger God riding with me, and pure luck. That's all it is, man. These guys are good, and they're tough to beat. I've been out here a long time, but these guys are showing me some tricks now. I'm going to tell you that, man. We still got a long ways to go with Monster Jam, and Monster Jam is on top of the world, man, and I'm a part of it, and I love that. And I'm going to thank my fans for every nut and bolt on my truck and every shingle on my roof like I always do. And you know, I don't do this by myself. Scott Douglas, he makes me look good even when I'm doing bad. I want to thank you, dude. I'd like to thank all the sponsors, Advance Auto, NGK, all of you guys. I tell you, UTI, man, Traxxas, they're brand new sponsors. I'd like to thank all you guys. You may not be sponsoring Gravedigger, but you're sponsoring the event that I'm winning in, and I love you guys too, man.
Off to another city full of Monster Jam tradition, the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. The fabulous Ford Field, once again packed to the rafters with Advance Auto Parts Monster Jam fans ready for freestyle. In this historic city, everybody wants to come out on top with a Detroit victory. So the freestyle moves were big. The Cyclones were spinning all night long. And of course, huge air and amazing, spectacular moments. Mark McDonald roars onto the track in El Toro Loco. Start the clock! Oh my goodness! That is announcing your presence, young man.
Talk about hard stopping. Mark McDonald will talk about it more in depth.
I've been to Detroit one time, and it was to fill in for Chad Fortune, the Superman truck. It's back in '06, my rookie year. And in freestyle, came out, made about 3 hits, and rolled over something stupid on, you know, a rookie mistake, I guess you could say. But I'm kind of here to try to redeem myself from that even also.
You've already done it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Wow, McDonald's looking great. Hey, that may be a trivia question sometime, because there haven't been a whole lot of drivers that Chad Fortune's let get in his truck. First of all, there's not a whole lot tall enough to reach the pedals. Yeah, so he may be about the only guy who's ever driven a Superman, but Chad.
One thing this boy does know how to do is freestyle. He loves to get out there with that El Toro Loco, that crazy bull, and turn it loose.
Seems like he's been out there all night, and he's still got 20 seconds to add to his score. I mean, he has got to be impressing the judges. This has been phenomenal for Mark McDonald. Wow.
Busy freestyle he's got going on here. The busiest, fastest.
I like that word, busy, because that's what you want. It's constantly something assaulting you, and that's what Mark McDonald's done well tonight. One more jump there for the regulation judge to consider. Nice. And there's the first one for the bonus judge.
Nice cross thread. Awesome.
This is This is going to give Mark McDonald a big-time shot at the lead right here, and the number he puts up is going to be a challenge to anybody coming behind him.
I just had kind of like a partial 3D television move right there. I felt that just coming at you from that crazy camera angle. That was great.
This is one of the best I've seen from Mark McDonald in a while. I'll tell you that.
This has been a wow moment since the moment this boy pulled out on the track. It's been non-stop, crazy busy.
Over the years, who's been more impressive in freestyle than this man right here? The only 8-time world champion. And he's been even about it. He's been fair and balanced, as they like to say.
Yes.
4 racing titles, 4 freestyle titles. It's Tom Meents. And here comes Max D. We talked about the fact, Mark, that this truck was developed during the little bit of an off-season that they had with everybody's input in the Paxton shop. Brandon Lambert, the crew chief, who we saw on the tech tip just before the break. Mark Cole, other drivers, Neil Elliott and Chuck Warner. You know, the whole gang involved in making Tom what they hope is going to be a piece that can take what Tom puts it through. But again, for the first time in 10 years, Tom Meents has a new truck.
Oh, Tom has got some trouble already. Rear steering is acting up. He might, oh my.
Wait a minute, he's sitting. He's pulled it down.
Unbelievable. You know what he did right there? He was up in the air about ready to go backwards, slammed it out of drive, put it in reverse, got the tires to go the opposite way, and set himself back down. That is a driver that has an incredible presence of mind.
That was just stunning. Stunning. And he's still got 30 seconds left in regulation. And the beat goes on.
He's got a lot of problems, though, Scott. Flat tires, having trouble handling, and the motor itself is giving him some serious problems. It sounds like maybe that wire that Brandon Lambert was talking about is acting up and is shorting out and causing the magneto to not fire the engine on all 8 cylinders, but the motor is not running up the car at all right now. He's running on half a motor.
I hate to be redundant, because I've said this before.
So,
Tom Meents with a broken truck is better than 95% of the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So don't count him out yet.
That's what I'm saying when I said so. It's like, so he's only running on half a motor. So what? Tom doesn't care.
He's going to have 3 wheels. So look at that. That elevation came with a flat tire
and a half a motor.
Tom Meents has got these fans going ballistic here for good reason. They love their motorsports in Detroit, and Tom's giving it to him right here.
Man. Arms still out the window.
As loud as that engine is, listen to this crowd, listen.
Hey, Brandon Lambert, Mark Cole, man, they're the best in the business. They know that's what that truck's in for each and every week. All you at home watching Monster Jam every week, you told me all day what you wanted to see. We came out here and we give it to you, baby.
Then it was across the Atlantic Ocean. That's right, it is worldwide today in Advance Auto Parts Monster Jam and the Helmerdome in Arnhem, Holland. Packed once again, as it has been every year that Monster Jam has come to the Netherlands. The huge floor in this great soccer stadium allows for the big, almost world final style obstacles to be on display. And of course, some of the greatest talent in the industry able to hit it, go big, and fly high for the Dutch fans. Talk about popular on this continent. Boy, they do love Candace Jolly and the Monster Run Down Mason and Arnhem, and she's going to announce her presence. Big air right off the bat.
Nicely done there with some great air. You know, she had an advantage. She was looking at that sick air jump right where she was in her pit parking spot. And how cool is that? She just had time to think about it. She said, you know what? I'm not going to drive around. I'm just going to hit it.
Great point, because some of that's just the luck of the draw. She happened to be in a pit spot where she could just scream out of it, and bang, it was right there. She took advantage, full advantage of it. Gets off to a great start. Freestyle comes your way from Arnhem, Holland. Now remember, there were 2 freestyles yesterday, so all these trucks have already rocked the house twice. Now they're coming back one more time on this weekend, and the crews have really been hustling out there to get these trucks back to 100%. Looks like they've done a great job.
Oh, they certainly have here. There's a nice combo move combination here. Big air on that. You know, I sense that these drivers, they want to make that a single move and not a combo move, and they want to sick air and clear that double jump. So we'll see. Look at that. I talk about sick air. That's awesome.
Now that's some serious elevation, down to 20 seconds, and she gives us the biggest air by far of the day, and taking it down to the final 10 seconds with another big air jump. You know, I'm not a judge, but I think we're about to get a new leader, especially if she fills bonus time.
I would have to agree with you, Scott.
No doubt about it. Candace bringing the A game, as you expect, here in Arnhem. Now you see this high-tech building. You notice the yellow lighting that she's running through. Well, those are yellow spots all over the floor, and that's a great indication. It lets the drivers know they're in bonus time. Mark, you drivers you guys don't have clocks in there, girls.
Oh no, we don't have any way of knowing that we're in bonus time or our 90 seconds are up. So that's a great way. Some venues have that, and like you were saying earlier on, this state-of-the-art facility here with the lighting and sound and everything is a very cool place.
Here we go, donut time.
First ones of the night.
(1941) Willys pickup. That's the basic model for the body that they've created here for Captain's Curse. And he really is kind of, I don't want to say he's a pirate yet, but he's kind of really morphed into being with the truck. He and Captain's Curse are, you know, that's the whole thing. Just all works together.
Well, that's what I always try and say is that, you know, you become that truck becomes an extension of your body. You kind of just, you think about what's going to happen, and it just happens.
Does that just happen? That's some serious air.
Well, it does happen. When you line up hard, you hit it fast, and you got your throttle stuck down to the floor going after the loud pedal. I think he's holding court here. We've seen some moves from Alex that we haven't seen from the other drivers. Some bigger cross threads, some more combo moves. I think Alex is going to put himself in the lead here. I'm going to go out on a limb. I shouldn't do it, but I think he will.
Well, he has filled regulation.
Oh, no, hang on, Alex. Don't make a liar out of me.
Well, that save's going to help
baby.
Because the regulation judges were still scoring as we were going into bonus time, and that's going to help because every judge and every fan loves a save like that. That was fantastic. This has been an outstanding run for Alex Blackwell. Captain's Curse. Now remember, this is the truck that Pablo Huffaker, that style he drove to the World Freestyle Championship in 2007. So we know how good it looks as long as the guy behind the wheel gets the job done, and Alex is doing that big time.
Just going to say that, and Alex has filled the bill of that, and he's passed his bonus time, correct?
Yeah.
So
again, they're the red lights. The scores are all in. That's just extra for the fans, and he is just thrilling them, and they're loving it. Alex Blackwell has absolutely rocked Arnhem Holland. He's still cross-threading, and there's no more scores.
He's still going here. His rear steering is locked up, giving him a little bit of trouble there. He's got it there. He finally got it straightened out there, but he was having little problems there, and he's like, you know what, it's straight. I'm going. Have some fun.
Now we're looking at the outside of the black and green wrecking machine and the reigning world freestyle champion, Charlie Pauken. That's what it looks like going on board. And, you know, when you see those onboard shots and he's up like that, I don't know if you caught it, Mark, but if you're looking up toward the stand, it's nothing but flash bulbs here.
That's crazy.
Everybody's got a
just
camera.
like, like that.
Look. It is something else here in Arnhem.
Oh, my.
That was the perfect version of the 90-degree to the ground sky wheelie that everybody looks for.
And that right there, my friend, was Danger Zone. With that pure and raw, unadulterated horsepower, never sets that baby back down. Wow.
Now, he didn't come from a standing start, but that was your classic power wheelie, and nobody else has done that.
Yeah, it pretty much was a power wheelie. He came over the bump, settled it down, going so slow, and let it just rebound properly, and then just threw the power at it.
Little out of shape, but he pulls it right back down, and Charlie Pauken has rocked it for a minute. If he can do it for 30 more seconds, he may be inching himself toward a double down, although I think to make sure he better get into bonus time and get a few extra points.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Charlie has got a problem with that chassis right now. He's got some sway bar issues that are probably a bit wore out. The spring steel is wore out. That's why you see him high-siding it so hard, and it looks like it's high, you know, out of shape so much. That's why it's doing that. That's not him doing that on purpose.
Charlie Pauken and Gravedigger wrapping up this amazing tour of Europe, and most of these guys have been on this continent over the course of the last month in Belgium and England. Boy, he's gotten it done. Mark, what was that pop?
I think that Charlie Pauken just lost a motor in that Gravedigger truck.
Either that or he set off the pyro because he is the freestyle winner.
Hey, once again, Arnhem, you guys rock. This is the place in Europe to go. This is the best show in the world. I gotta say, thanks, Arnhem. Yeah.
Monster Jam tradition. That's what you're talking about in Houston at Reliance Stadium. Going back to the days of the old Astrodome, the biggest players in the game have turned in some of their greatest performances in front of the Texas fans. So it was to be expected that once again Reliance Stadium would be sold out. And when freestyle comes around, everybody's on their feet because they know it's go big or go home anytime you put on a show in Houston, Texas. And certainly the Texas fans got exactly what they came to see. The big air all night long and some of the greatest superstars in the game, giving the fans what they want and more. Lindsey Wink, one of the best in the business, is the driver of the Lucas Oil Crusader. We saw him in racing. Now, the debut freestyle on speed of the Lucas Oil Crusader and Canadian Lindsey Wink. Little personal note, Mark. I've had the pleasure of personally meeting in various forms of racing, Forrest and Charlotte Lucas before, and I know all they say is, you make that truck go fast, the biggest, the best, I want it all on that truck. And Lindsey said, you're my kind of owner.
Absolutely. Lucas Oil is a great sponsor, and they've got a great driver for this Lucas Oil Crusader. Lindsey Wink does an outstanding job in racing and freestyle, and you're going to see why right here.
You know, and this is the most pronounced we've seen Lucas with a truck, but, you know, they got a lot of history. They've been with Jim Kohler and the Avenger for years. They go back to the old Equalizer days with David Morris, remember?
Absolutely. They've had a tremendous amount of history. Long time in monster trucks, but now they're front and center.
The Lucas Oil Crusader. You know, Forrest Lucas doesn't do anything small. I think he wants a big piece of Monster Jam, and he's getting it with this truck, and he's got a world championship contender right out of the chute when he put Lindsey Wink in there. Final 15 seconds, and Lindsey's been rocking it. The best momentum we've seen since Chris Bergeron's been on the track.
There you go.
And that's the last thing the regulation judges will score. That's how you want to do it. It's almost like he does have a clock in there.
That'd be very cool if you did, and you could have that time frame where you could think about it. And I know a lot of these drivers have guys, they have crew that they're talking to them going, hey, you got 15 in regulation, you're in bonus. I know that works, and these guys they're stepping up to the game because it's becoming more and more technical how to win this in Monster Jam.
Well, I mean, I walked in the pits and watched Dustin Brown with the stopwatch last time, Dennis freestyle. I mean, they do that radio communication-wise, but there's a few guys who want the clock inside the truck. Josh Garcia, who normally works in the shop, has come out to join Nate Kirchner on the on-the-road team as Dustin Brown welcomes his new son into the world with his lovely wife, Dana. And you're giving me a funny look, Mark. Nate Kirchner's actually Opie. That's how you know it.
Oh, man.
You know, he wants this so bad. We've talked about this winning streak he's on in racing. He's won 6 straight events. But in the midst of this, he's been not winning freestyles. He wants to double down here tonight. But I got to ask you, Mark, you get on a streak like that, is he too focused on racing and not on what he really invented, freestyle?
You know, that's a hard question to answer, Scott. I don't think it's that he's too focused on racing. His freestyles have always been outstanding. Maybe the freestyle, they just might have ended early. Maybe he just didn't do well. Maybe the truck broke. You know, I don't think he's too focused on anything. The big thing about Dennis Anderson, he's always focused on racing and freestyle.
Well, the bottom line is we get ready for what's going to be an incredible anniversary next year. Gravedigger's 30th anniversary. The new Gravedigger 30 DVD set is going to be the ultimate for any Digger fan. And again, the whole bottom line, you talk about his focus. It's never changed that his focus has been on the fans, and that's what he's about, is thrilling his fans. Yeah, he wants to win. If he doesn't, he just wants to make sure his fans are happy. Oh, you got a good feel right there. Did you see that thing get up on 2 wheels while we were on board? What a great shot.
Great camera shot. You see he's got his left hand on the steering wheel. Right hand is up there on that handle. You see a little toggle switch. That's how he's operating his rear steering there. Doubles as a handle and rear steering.
Oh, my.
Unbelievable. Hang on. Here we go.
Did I say something about Dennis struggling in freestyle? Can we go back and scratch all that out? What a performance.
I told you I was going to drive in the ground, and that's what I did. But tell you, man, I've been out here for 29 years. I got a 30th anniversary tour coming up. It's going to be off the hook, I will guarantee it. Second generation, Adam and Ryan, those boys are out here now. And, you know, most of all, I had a little buddy riding with me in my truck tonight. Little Austin, we lost him last year. He's about 7 years old, had an accident, and he was gone. His grandfather died about 49 hours before he did. And his family is here tonight. And you family, Debbie, I took your little boy for a ride. The angel in the sky. I took him through racing and freestyle. I doubled down with little Austin tonight.
Deep in the heart of Texas, the Alamo Dome, San Antonio, Texas, and a huge pit party gets the day started. More than 10,000 fans taking advantage of the opportunity to get up close to some of the biggest guns in the game, get those pictures in front of the trucks, and of course, autographs of the legend right there in person. Whenever you're going to check out Advance Auto Parts Monster Jam Live, make sure you know the details, when that pit party starts, and how to get your tickets for it. Hey, you find out at monsterjam.com. San Antonio, Texas had one of the biggest fields ever created, as some 20 trucks were in the house. A field in terms of size, second only to the World Finals, and certainly in terms of the caliber of talent, second to almost none. The big guns were on display, flying high, and the Texas fans loved every minute of it. Adam Anderson is hitting the track for the first time on speed in Gravedigger the Legend. Everything you really ever wanted to see or know about the legend of the Gravedigger, be looking for it in the coming year. Gravedigger's 30th anniversary for Dennis Anderson and the team, and the Gravedigger 30th DVD is going to be unbelievable. Now, as you're watching here, just for those who may be new to the story, the original Gravedigger was a mud truck. It was just primered with Gravedigger written on the side. Then Dennis went to this style, this body look, as he got into monster trucks. And then, of course, from there we got to the black and green wrecking machines. So this is history. Yeah, this is history. By the way, for those of you wondering, as Adam airs it out, wow. For those of you wondering about the Tasmanian Devil truck that Adam drove to his World Championship, that's still out there. Nicole Johnson is now the rookie driver in the Tasmanian Devil, as Adam is now kind of officially part of Dad's team, although it is a different body style. Gravedigger the Legend.
And a cool looking piece it is, no doubt.
And he's rocking the house as you expect him to do.
Well, I'm real happy to see that someone is using the backside of that berm to get the crazy air, because that's the only place you're going to find the big air here in this track the way they have it designed, and it's really cool. Nice combo move right there. Oh, my.
Wow, Adam Anderson, did you see the way that truck set? I thought he was out of shape, going to be in trouble, and it just laid down beautifully.
Well, Adam has designed this chassis, hand-built it himself, as well as this suspension, and he has got this baby dialed in. You notice he's got a coil-over suspension on there, as well as a nitrogen-charged shock. Completely different style than what we would call the norm in the racing world today, and this truck works, and it works well.
But all we need right now, Mr. Schrader, is a score, because we got a new leader.
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely.
The battle that has been brewing really for years between two superstars carrying the sport to the future continues here in San Antonio as Damon Bradshaw, 2009 World Freestyle Champion of the U.S. Air Force Afterburner, tries to get the lead away from the 2008 World Champion, Adam Anderson.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
That was sweet.
On board with Damon Bradshaw. What a shot that was. He saved it. That is worth some points right there.
In case anybody was wondering what the roof of the Alamo Dome looked like, Damon was showing it to you.
Yeah, don't take it from Damon's point of view right there.
Oh, my goodness. What an amazing move.
No, I go back to when we started this show here, I've seen some incredible freestyles from Damon Bradshaw. I think the biggest era of his career actually happened here at the Alamo Dome a couple of years ago. The first year he was out as a rookie driver.
Former Rookie of the Year, by the way, and then went on to win that World Freestyle Championship in '09. Last year, finished second in the World Freestyle Championships in Las Vegas. And again, hope you're a part of this year's Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam World Finals. Find out about it at monsterjam.com as we continue to rock it here. You're on board, riding along with Damon Bradshaw. This is going to be a tough call for the judges if he fills this clock and gets into bonus time, because he's spectacular and Adam was spectacular.
Yeah, this is fast-paced, hitting everything as hard and as quick and as fast, combo moves, doing everything he can.
What he's got in his pocket was that amazing stand on the truck right up on that center obstacle that set him apart. And when you've got a field this big, you've got to set yourself apart. Damon's doing it. Remember, he won racing. If he can win freestyle, he gets the double down trophy. This crew chief, Cody Saucier, is one of the best in the business, and this truck is just soaking it all up.
You can see that suspension, you can see those shocks, how well they're working there, and Damon Bradshaw is not afraid to use that suspension in any way, shape, or form.
He's going to fill Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam bonus time, and that's going to put the onus on the judges, but the bonus judges better be considering that move.
I'm speechless. I'm sorry, I've just been watching here as a fan. You were saying?
I'm like you, I'm just watching and loving it.
Unbelievable. No better place than to do it, you know, here in the home of the Air Force. And, you know, these guys worked their butts off all night trying to keep water in this thing. We were losing water in the truck, and it was overheating, and they just kept fighting, and it paid off in the end. You know, it's such a hard deal to judge freestyle. I mean, Adam's freestyle was awesome. I enjoyed sitting there watching sitting in the truck and watching it, but I'm glad we can win here, and nothing said. You know, these guys build a good truck for me, and I go out and do what I have to do.
The tradition of great Monster Jam action in Florida is certainly in evidence at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, an event sold out days in advance. The tailgating starts early in the morning, and then at the end of the night, the climax, freestyle. High-flying action in front of some of the most supportive and loyal fans in the history of the sport of Monster Jam. And the drivers all try to take it up even a notch higher when they get to perform in front of the loud, roaring fans at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. This was no exception. One of the year's most anticipated freestyle events right here in the sold-out Citrus Bowl in Orlando. The Advanced Auto Parts Services, our best part Monster Jam Freestyle, continues with Steve Sims and the Stone Crusher, another guy trying to earn another coveted invitation to the Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam World Finals. You see, he doesn't have his World Finals flag yet, so he's still trying to work and impress the powers that be that he needs to return to Las Vegas. I'd say he's got a good shot.
Yeah, I think he's got a good shot. You know, he's got 2 flags on there now that belong to him. I'm certain he can find room for a World Finals invitation flag.
He's just got to take care of what the phone company, Metro PCS folks, and
absolutely
the barbecue sauce that he's bringing around, and
we love that.
His stone business, and that's another thing that's just amazing about Steve Sims. I mean, he's a very successful businessman. So he runs this monster truck team. He loves it, and every dollar, he doesn't have to fund anything else. It funds this operation, and that's why he has the best of everything on his trucks.
He sure does.
And that includes Mopar Magic, which we saw Morgan Kane so impressively run out here earlier to get this freestyle competition started.
Steve is out here fast right now. He's had the opportunity to watch all these other freestyles, so he knows what he's got to do to step up his game here, and he's working at it.
Well, he's still regulation. Now in MagnaFlow bonus time, Steve Sims out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. And the Stone Crusher. Beautiful position right there. Nice leap, just continues to flow. Some of these things these judges are looking for these days. And here, I think this is what's going to happen. You're going to have to start, if you're a driver who wants to win this thing, coming up with some unique moves. Hit some of these obstacles in ways no one else has.
Oh, absolutely. That's where it's coming to here. But right now, Sims has got a problem. It's not going to slow him down much. His right front tire's been cut. It's going down. He's still going at it, but it's going to cause some problems here for him, no doubt.
Now, Jeremy Slifko and Backdraft. This kid is on the fast track to stardom in this sport. Again, as we talked about at the top of the show, he is the youngest driver in active Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam competition today. However, he's a 3-year veteran.
Yeah, it's amazing.
He's already won Rookie of the Year a couple of years ago. Last year, he won the Rising Star Award. And he just keeps on going up and up. And again, this truck's so popular for a lot of reasons. Obviously, it looks great, but also the fact that the Slifco team dedicates it to firefighters all over the world. And we always get a lot of firefighters and a lot of first responders at our events who want to get their picture made over the Backdraft truck.
And it's pretty popular because of the way Jeremy drives it as well. That has a lot to do with it. He really hammers on that truck and is an outstanding driver for such a young kid.
You know what this has reminded me of? Remember back on our first show of this season back in Philadelphia at Lincoln Financial Field? Jeremy didn't win, but he kind of stole the show and he set the bar that everybody else had to jump over. I'm telling you, this kid is putting on a show.
And look at how fast he's going. He's just attacking this course with a vengeance.
And remember, that's what Steve Sims did, get the lead. We may be figuring out what these judges want here. They want it done high speed, and Jeremy's giving it to them, and nobody's hit it that way. Again, you got to find some cross threads that nobody else has done.
Different is good. You know, I've always said, if you're going to be a follower, the view is always the same. Be a leader, and you'll see new stuff on every turn.
He's in the game right now. He is taking a run at the lead, but he needs some bonus points. You're not going to win it without at least a few.
Well, he's going for some, you know, outstanding numbers here, but I want to see some bigger air from Jeremy. This is nice. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Jeremy.
You have radio contact?
Apparently.
Pretty sweet. Nice, Mark. Look at this. What a cross thread. And the fans are going bananas for this kid. I mean, you can hear the crowd over the engine noise, and that's tough with his 1,500 horsepower engine.
And he is taking a line here, Scott. We're talking about crossthread. I want to point out that was a van that he just broadsided crossthread there. He's got a problem, that left rear tire. He's either got a broken axle or a locked up planetary. It's not stopping him from doing donuts here.
Actually, believe it or not, I don't know if I should tell my secrets or not, but a year ago here, I never doubled up something, and Dennis talked to me, and you know what? I come out and I saw it, and I thought, you know what? He told me just to hammer it, and that's what I did. I cranked that thing till Attack About broke off when I hit the ramp, and I thought, man, that's pretty sweet.
A state-of-the-art baseball field can become a great Monster Jam home as well. We found that out in downtown Phoenix. Chase Field, the home of Major League Baseball's Arizona Diamondbacks, converted into this beautiful track to get ready for Advance Auto Parts Monster Jam Freestyle. Once again, the fans jamming in. The crowds continue to sell out great stadiums worldwide, and the Phoenix fans were as excited as any to see this huge all-star lineup ripping up this incredible course. A special treat because our own Mark Schrader was there in the Felon, so of course we put a camera and a mic in there with him.
Man, I tell you, I got a lot of stuff going on in here. I'm busy.
He was there to compete with the best of the best in Phoenix for freestyle. Now, Medusa, former world freestyle champion, former world racing champion, on the track. And that's the modified version of the pink Medusa. The clip on the front of that truck, Mark, is gone. If you weren't with us in racing, she and Jim Kohler actually crashed together during their race, and obviously they had ripped some of the body away.
Well, she's fortunate that was the only damage she had. She just had a little bit of damage body-wise, but the Traxxas onboard camera with Medusa giving you a great view right the way she's seeing it. What did I tell you about those jammer cars? They'll get you. They are big air cars.
You're going to get a shot out of here.
I am, shortly. Yeah, you look at this onboard shot right here. She doesn't have that front clip of that beautiful pink Medusa body to look at anymore, so she's got a great sight line as to what she's going to hit really quick.
Well, there you go. That's one way to look at it, because she is flat nailing these things, and so far in every jump, she's hit the sweet spot. She's really gotten the elevation.
I'm thinking that might be an idea. You put a front clip on and just make it clear Lexon, you know, so you got a great view.
Maybe the new version of the Felon, who knows? Down to our final 15 seconds of regulation time for 2004 World Freestyle Champion Medusa.
Oh, she's going to cross-thread coming up over the bus stack. First time tonight we've seen that.
And that's for the regulation judges. She did that just before they turned their scores in. That's playing the game the right way.
I'm going to have to start putting a clock inside my truck when I'm freestyling so you can make that cool move 1 second before your 90 is up.
Now into the bonus time, and again, the bonus judge is a separate judge from the 3 in regulation who can offer up to 5 additional points, but the bonus judge only looks at this 30 seconds. The bonus judge doesn't want to care what happened in the first 90.
Well, she got herself in a bit of a bind right there. She didn't want to back up. She had to check herself out. Wasn't able to hit that because she had no clearance on the backside of that to hit it good, so that may hurt her just a little bit, but all in all, she's got a good performance going on here.
Well, here comes the 2003 World Freestyle Champion in that classic 57 Chevy, Jim Kohler in the Avenger, and Kohler is just stoked about being in Phoenix.
People in Phoenix been awesome to us. They set this track up just for me, man. Those obstacles are awesome. This place looks like it's gonna rock. These fans don't know what they're in store for. This place is gonna get turned upside down.
Phoenix, Arizona, we'd like you to meet Mr. Excitement, Jim Kohler. He has been looking so forward to this Western trip with all of his trucks, and the fans out here have been the same way. It's kind of been a demand to bring Team Scream out here, and that's what Advance Auto Parts Monster Jam's all about. We want to hear from the fans. Just send us emails.
Oh, boy.
Now that's putting the air in Arizona. That's what Kohler said he was going to do.
Oh, my.
He said he was going to put the air in Arizona, and the Avenger just did it. Oh, my goodness. Look at this run.
That little stop, that little backup, we always say that's going to hurt you in the eyes of the judges, but Kohler has got so much in his bag of tricks, he's never going to let that slow him down and affect what those judges are thinking at that second, because he's going to come out with a vengeance.
Inside his final 30 seconds of regulation. Good momentum. I think he'd love to nail a couple of big ones right here. Here he goes. Airing it out again and landed it on the tabletop with that kind of unusual bounce, just to send him forward. He's going right to the next move. So I thought maybe you could get 2 more moves in that final 30 seconds or so the way he was set up. There's going to be 3 or 4 of them. Look at this. And that will fill the regulation clock. Those 3 judges put their scores in, and now it's up to the bonus judge.
Oh, my.
Jim Kohler and the Avenger. He said he wanted these fans, so many of them seen him live for the first time, to see what the Avenger, Mr. Excitement's all about.
He's going to come back? No.
And he sure did it. Wow. It's Stinger time in Phoenix. Let's go on board with Chad. Well, right off the bat, showing you some of that air he was looking for.
Well, he's coming up that step up. That's the back side of it. Now, he's one of 2 trucks, I believe, maybe 3 that have done that. That's an impressive thing for the judges to watch.
Rolled through that. I was wondering, he got to stuff that baby in there hard on that landing.
Oh, man, hang on.
Settled in nice. Good Team Gravedigger shocks.
Brand new chassis is working well for Chad Tingler. This is what he's talking about right there. Doing something real different, cross-threading to lead into another move or land onto something else. That's what he was talking about.
So far, so good. Tingler doing what he wants, and the truck is taking it. Inside of 30 seconds to go in regulation. Well, you can see him swinging around, lining up, and bam, he's back on the throttle. Great shots with our onboard cameras. Really giving you that perspective of taking that Gravedigger on the ragged edge, just move to move, not waiting around to figure it out. You go. Steps it up the side. Now he has filled regulation. Judges may have a tough decision. A couple of great runs we've looked at. And Max D was right. There's been a bunch of them. But Tingler is finishing strong. And you can see our cameras are in all kinds of different angles because he's up on 2 wheels. He's up on 2 wheels. He's on the back. He is all over the place. And now he's filled all the clock. He's just going for the fans now. This is just extra for the fans from Chad Tingler and Gravedigger. That's why you see the ribbon boards on the sides why they're flashing red. They're letting him know he's filled the clock. He doesn't care. He's going to keep going.
Hey, he represents Team Gravedigger. That's what it's all about. He's hanging it out on the ragged edge. Now it's for the fans. He's going to have some more fun as well as what he just did in the last 2 minutes.
Chad Tingler. The only question now is how he's going to finish it up to thrill the fans, and then what the judges thought about in the scoring column. Because again, all those scores are already turned in. This is just bonus for the great fans here at Chase Field in Phoenix. Taking into some bigger donuts, you betcha. And right there is going to put an end to it. Chad Tingler, listen to the crowd, listen.
And thanks to each and every one of you from here in Chase Field. You guys have been standing behind this Gravedigger team for a very long time, and we get to tear the truck up because of each and every one of y'all buying in merchandise, all the Gravedigger stuff for us, come here to see all these shows. I know Kohler, man, he wanted this trophy really bad, but hey, I come out here to satisfy my fans, Dennis's fans, and all the fans of Gravedigger, and everybody for Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam.
From the perfect climate-controlled conditions in the American Southwest, let's go outside to the Gulf Coast of Florida. A rainy night did not diminish the enthusiasm of a sold-out crowd at Tampa's Raymond James Stadium, and the drivers showed that they can adapt to just about anything. Mud, rain, didn't matter. The moves kept coming. It was a big, exciting night of freestyle competition. Who will get the win? Now here's a guy who has been able to battle on the Florida mud before. George Belhan, as we are on board. That's what it looks like to drag it on a wheelie.
Getting some big air right out of the box, had the sense to get out there, hit it hard, bounces it into a slap wheel, it takes it all the way to the wall. Nicest move so far of the night, and he's still going.
I know that our outstanding team putting these onboards together thought, hey, let's just put one out the back, but I think we're going to name that one. That's the wheelie cam. Because when he drug that across the ground, what a great shot that was a minute ago.
We'll call it the plow cam.
There you go. Yeah. I like that. Nicely done. George Belhan fighting the conditions with an opportunity to grab the lead. Of course, he spent a lot of time in a lot of hot seats, but doesn't have a lot of great wins. This could be an opportunity for him tonight.
Very nicely done. We haven't seen this all night long. Combo moves right there. He cross-threaded it. Now, whether it was planned or not is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is he got it done and was able to handle it and go through it. He is just standing on the throttle. Look at the mud on the windshield. He can hardly see where he's going, but he is going to get it done. Wow, back end kicks up on that lead car. Amazing, and George is still hitting it hard.
And now the judges have a frame of reference. They see how bad everybody else has struggled to get much going. And George is clearly giving them the most action and the most different moves. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to take the lead, especially if he can get a few bonus points, because he is filling regulation at this moment. Now, this is supposed to be a minus when you back up without hitting anything. I can't believe a judge is going to deduct for this. You got to do what you got to do in these conditions.
Absolutely.
Belhan doing a brilliant job in the Mohawk Warrior. Now having a hard time keeping a handle on it. If he could give the bonus judge maybe one big air leap or something, he might be able to get a couple more points added on to what I think should be a decent regulation score.
Well, you listen to George, you listen to that motor as he's hammering on that throttle. He's going into his signature donut. Up comes the hatch, and out comes the steering wheel.
There you see it at the top. That's the steering wheel hanging out, letting the fans see it. Tom Menson, maximum destruction, and that's some serious elevation, Holmes.
The sick air that Menson used to do it. Yeah, he hit Joe Sylvester's truck there again. He doesn't need to cut a tire as well, but clearly the front steering is working. You can see the hole in his windshield, so he can see where he's going. He is getting after it with a vengeance.
Right into some immense cyclones. Methinks the steering is okay.
The steering is just fine. This is a little redemption, maximum destruction style. He lost in racing, had a mechanical failure. He wants to get out there. He definitely wants to win this. Coming up over the jam car. Pogo's, oh no. Just about there. Look at him still struggling to get that truck. Unbelievable.
I'm sorry. That defies the laws of nature. You cannot do a donut on the sidewalk.
It's been a long time since I've been in Tampa, Florida. 2 weeks ago, my man Neil Elliott did an awesome job here. Great conditions. We're back here this weekend. Nothing but mud. But the number one thing we all wanted to do is put on the best show we could in these conditions for each and every one of these Tampa, Florida fans.
The hottest ticket to get your hands on every winter in Atlanta, Georgia is a ticket to the Georgia Dome for Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam. And the freestyles over the years in this incredible facility have literally been off the charts. So what would happen this time around? You knew everybody had come to turn on these fans and to come up with hopefully a performance for the ages. The freestyle lineup, as you expect in the Georgia Dome, is the best in the business, and they have to adapt to the tacky Georgia clay. It makes for some very interesting setups on the trucks, and the best drivers in the business know that when you come to Atlanta, these fans expect the most unbelievable moves you can come up with. Did they deliver? You betcha. As this lineup of former world champions in front of a sold-out crowd that had their tickets literally for months, some buying a year in advance, we're ready for the big boys. And here comes his native Southerner, the Bristol, Tennessee native, Randy Moore, the War Wizard. pictures taken of it in terms of in the pit parties when people can get up close to the War Wizard.
Colorful, beautiful truck, and he's got so many intricate details in there. You can look at that thing for 15 minutes, walk by, and see something you've never seen before. And that right there, my friend, was the biggest air we've seen so far tonight.
Especially with that drop straight to the ground. He didn't come down on a ramp.
Oh, no.
That was a four-wheeler down to the ground.
Do a little cross-thread move here.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
looking good.
Nice.
Yep, very good. Like it.
In case you are wondering, Randy Moore, before being an Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam superstar, was a drag racer.
Oh, my.
Thus the funny car-looking style that he puts on his Monster Jam.
Well, and the funny car styled motor. He's got a big poncho motor in there that puts out mega horsepower. It really is a sweet motor. You can listen to it here in his freestyle. It's awesome.
In excess of 1,500 horsepower, to be exact. Down to his final 10 seconds. This is a good run for Randy. He's going to give those boys in the hot seat a run here, especially if he can add a few bonus points. This move, though, and that big air will be the last thing considered by the regulation judges. Well, you can just hear the power of that thing.
Listen to that horsepower.
Wow, nicely done, but a bunch of interesting white smoke just billowing out.
Yeah, I've been watching this since he started his freestyle here, and I'm not super worried about it. I'm guessing he's got a valve cover, maybe a breather leak, a little tiny oil leak. I don't see it coming out of the exhaust. It's coming out of the top half of the motor. I don't think it's anything much to worry about there. Nice job.
65,000 pairs of eyes are on the icon. Dennis Anderson is freestyling in the ATL. Since we're in the ATL, there's your DDA again.
Designated donut area. And starting off with that with hot donuts, going right into his big freestyle.
Now, one of the things, and again, Dennis will be the first to admit, his strategy normally is in his right foot, not in his head. But Dustin Brown does a great job, especially now they have radio communications and telling him, and I'm sure he's telling him now, listen, you got plenty of room. Fill the clock, get some good hits, get into bonus time. If Dennis gets into bonus time with a typical Gravedigger run, he's going to win. Looky there, big air from Dennis Anderson.
Nice job. So what you're saying is Dennis actually listens to the voices in his head, that being Dustin Brown. All right, listen to the throttle rhythm here of Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger. Unbelievable as he's tapping on and off that big horsepower, making that truck talk.
Well, you really heard it on the onboard shot right there. Inside of 30 seconds in regulation. Now remember, Dennis Anderson has been in this game for 29 years. Appropriately, next year will be his 30th anniversary tour. I know there has been a huge team putting together a Gravedigger 30th DVD that you're going to have. We're all going to have to own that.
It's going to be incredible.
The tour, the 30th anniversary tour, there's going to be tons of surprises, I'm told. I can't wait to see everything they come up with.
I can't wait myself. It's just going to be a stellar year with the celebration of 30 years with Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger.
It's going to be a celebration of Gravedigger. Wow, moves like that.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
He's flattened the tire, but it didn't go over.
But he's still on all three. Unbelievable. Incredible. Scott, look at the front differential on that. The way the brake is on there, it sounds like he's got a throttle issue. The throttle seems to be stuck, and he's fighting the throttle on it to get it to set down.
Now he is just hanging on for a ride. He's filled regulation. He's filled bonus. I believe he's won the competition, and now he's just going to give it to these fans in Atlanta. And remember, this has not been a great building for him. Tom mentions on this building. This is going to be a huge victory for Dennis, and if he doesn't get it, I don't want to be a judge because there's 65,000 people going to be looking for him.
I want to walk away from here with some kind of steel, some kind of a trophy from the Georgia Dome. I love you fans. I've loved y'all for 29 years, and I'm going to love you to the day I die. Y'all made me who I am today, and I'll never forget that. I want to thank you for every nut and bolt on my truck and every shingle on my roof. That's why I rock that truck.
You know, when you see our cameras in the house, it's the best of the best. And one of the biggest annual events on the Monster Jam calendar is at Jacksonville Municipal Stadium. As a matter of fact, more fans jam into this event than any event worldwide. Over 74,000 rockin' fans ready for an incredible night of freestyle thrills. Jacksonville Municipal Stadium, one of the annual sold-out events on the World Tour, is one where you expect the spectacular. History's been made over the years in this very facility. What would happen this time around? The fans were on their feet all night long to see the incredible moves and, yes, some wild carnage before this night was over. A field of former world champions and some rising stars battle. We're on board with the best of the best, the state-of-the-art advanced auto parts grinder, Lupe Sosa, flying the people's truck. And nice to see he's got his hat ready when he comes down for the interview. Oh, look at that baby fly. Lupe Sosa and the advanced auto parts grinder. Of course, now a three-man team with Frank Kreml and John Cisak being added within the last year to arguably the fastest expanding operation in the game today.
An incredible corporate sponsor. Really great to see them and have them on board. As the title sponsor as well of Monster Jam.
And they're looking at the best of everything. And you know what the cool thing is? They're here, they want to win. But you're talking to Jamie Woods, as we did extensively. Jamie, you know, kind of heads up the whole marketing and the promotion of the Advanced Auto Parts Grinder team and their association with the series, is that what they're looking for, much as anything else, is for Lupe to come out and John and Frank and thrill the crowd. Yeah, they want to win, but if the fans are standing and screaming and heading to Advanced Auto Parts tomorrow morning, they've done their job.
Well, he's thrilling the crowd right here and now with some moves like this. That was a real, you know, I almost want to call that a combo move because he landed on the backside of another jump there where he could have landed in the middle. However, he was long enough where he actually went to the backside of that jump. Cool move by Lupe.
2 for 1 right there. Rather than a combo move. We got 2 obstacles out in 1 shot.
Maybe that's how we should start judging is how many obstacles you can hit in 90 seconds.
I mean, the way he's rocking the house and tearing things up, he just...
Saturday evening drive. Now that's bad.
He's got to hit something
that's
here,
bad.
or the judges will take away.
Oh, he's got some problems there. Oh, no, he doesn't.
All right, they'll let that go because he was lining up a big shot. That's the only way you can back up unless you're making a move in reverse.
Yeah, I saw his rear steering act a little bit weird. You were right. He was lining up for a big move.
Lupe Sosa has put himself in the conversation. Isn't enough to get the lead. As he's filling out the bonus clock impressively. And
oh, my.
He used all the clock.
Every minute, every second.
Here comes Neil Elliott and Maximum Destruction for the Team Men's Camp. The team that has won 8 World Championships. And Neil Elliott looking forward to representing in freestyle tonight.
Been out walking the track, like I said earlier, a lot of good stuff, kind of similar to the tracks we've been running throughout the year, so I kind of got a little bit of a plan in my mind and no shows for a few weeks after this one, so go big, go home, scooping a trailer with a loader, it don't matter. We're here to please 72,000 in Jacksonville.
You would think Neil will burn this up because, as he mentioned, when he said no shows for a few weeks, what he means is that he will now become part of the crew. Tom Meents plans to bring everybody to Las Vegas in the pursuit of what he hopes to be a 9th World Championship. So Neil is going to go from driver to crew member along with Chuck Warner, Greg Christensen, Mark Cole, Brandon Lambert. That's going to be the biggest crew in the pit.
The whole shebang is coming out there, so he doesn't have to worry about that. But take that onboard shot right there. You're looking down at the front axle. Remember, that's a front-engine truck, so you can see the motor on the backside of the shot, but you see exactly what's going on underneath that axle. What a great shot. Crazy to watch how that suspension works on that Max D truck.
Look at the momentum and flow with big air and big moves as Neil Elliott takes it down to the final 10 seconds. And as we all know, when Neil gets into bonus time, he is hard to beat.
Oh, absolutely is. And, you know,
there's the shot. There's the shot.
You look at that. Right now, you're going to see how that suspension works. It is spectacular. It seems like he's only been on the track for like 7 seconds. He's been going so much already.
Well, that's because he keeps so much action going on. Now, a slight bobble there because he had to back up without hitting the move. Don't know. But again, the way he's going, I doubt the judges even thinking
nice
about
combo
that.
move right there. They never saw it. It went so fast.
Good point. Good point.
You know, he slams it in reverse and just hammers on it and bangs it into first gear. It's like, my goodness.
Look at the combination. It's a non-stop freestyle.
Oh, my.
Look out. Oh, my. Stone Crusher gets a love tap from Maximum Destruction on its route.
Love it here in Jacksonville, having an awesome time. Hate to see Dennis go down early like that. But, I mean, that, like you said, that's what it takes these days. You got to be technical. You got to go crooked. You got to keep it on all 4 wheels for your full 2-minute time. That's what I tried to do.
The saying is everything's bigger in Texas. Exhibit A, Cowboys Stadium. This is the most amazing state-of-the-art facility in the United States, and Monster Jam fits like a glove. A huge field of Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam fans were able to turn out in the home of the Dallas Cowboys. America's team loving America's sport, and it was high-flying action all night long. Once again, a freestyle competition less than a month before the World Finals means everybody has to up the game, trying to build that crucial momentum, and of course to get a coveted victory in front of some of the loudest fans we see anywhere in the sport of Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam. It was truly a night of the spectacular, with everybody throwing down their biggest and best moves, because that's what it took to win. Let's go on board with Gravedigger turning on the fans in Dallas, Texas at Cowboys Stadium. Chad Tingler, who was very disappointed in the racing program, now wants to give these fans redemption for the Gravedigger team. And we got that beautiful helmet cam on. We got another camera in the front. And again, there are so many things going on with Team Gravedigger. Remember this. It's 29 years. Come on, Chad.
Oh,
yep,
man.
he saves it.
He's sawing away.
Next year, the 30th anniversary tour for Team Gravedigger. Keep checking MonsterJam.com to find out where the 30th anniversary tour is going to roll into. It is going to be so special, you're not going to want to miss it. That's coming up throughout 2012. We're down to 20 seconds to go in regulation as our Traxxas cam. This camera is mounted on a Traxxas RC Monster Jam truck. Isn't that a cool shot?
Man, unbelievable cross-thread right there by Chad Tingler.
And again,
I can't believe the length that he got from that, Scott. Incredible.
That reverse, though, when you have to back out, if the judges are going to the letter of the law, as opposed to be at least some type of a deduction. I love that shot with Tingler. Production crew doing a great job getting all the cameras in all the places to give you the unique perspective that you only get here on Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam. Tingler's giving it everything he's got. He's going to fill the clock. He's going to fill bonus. Damon Bradshaw won racing last time we were here for Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam here on Speed. So if he can get the freestyle win here, he gets the most coveted trophy other than a World Championship trophy. That is the Double Down, which you can only win by winning racing and freestyle in the same building on the same night. And he's capable of doing it.
Absolutely.
2009
very well.
World Freestyle Champion. And of course, the next time that these trucks go freestyling, it will be for the 12th World Championship in Vegas. Damon, nice. Really did a beautiful job, not only to get that elevation, but just the way the thing hangs and lands so sweetly. That was pretty.
Got that good hang time, you know, coming from his two-wheel sport in Supercross, now in four-wheel here. He really knows how to get that truck to hang out like that right there. Unbelievable.
Final 20 seconds. This could be a run that could challenge for the lead. Remember, Bradshaw already has 2 Double Down trophies from Texas this year. He doubled down 2 days in a row in San Antonio. And he's got a shot here. What great onboard shots. Look at the eyes. Look at, I mean, he is really focused and intense on where he's going, how he's getting there, and working it.
That was a sweet combo move right there.
Well, he's at a weird angle in the air.
Yeah, he's a weird angle right there, too. Hang on, Damon. Stay with it. Nice recovery.
Saved it right there, and he'll continue on. Not going to save this one.
Oh, he might.
Yes, yeah. He does. I think he's got a thing for Double Down trophy.
Yeah.
Damon Bradshaw is absolutely on fire. You're on board with the only 8-time world champion in Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam history. Next time we see Tom, he'll be going for number 9 in Las Vegas. Damon Bradshaw, though, right now wants this Double Down so bad he can taste it. He'll get that trophy unless Metz throws down and beats him here. Oh, no, he's already over. He's already over.
He's not over. He's not over.
You're kidding me.
He's not over till Metz is over. You know better than that.
Yeah, but I mean, that one was gone. I understand when he's on his side. He was on his roof.
He's got those crazy rear ends in there. He knows how to roll it back over. Wow. Unbelievable. That truck just shed its skin.
Well, the fans now get an inside look at Tom's working. We don't even have to show you the onboard. You can see inside from the front row here. Tom Metz working it.
Got problems already mechanically from that rollover. The right front planetary is broke. It's locking up from time to time, either the axle shaft or the planetary. It's irrelevant what's broken. It's locking up, making it even more difficult for Tom to drive that tumble buggy. Look at as he's trying to get past these trucks. It does not want to steer. His front steering is acting up. His rear steering is acting up. He's got a handful of problems, but big deal. It's Metz.
Yeah, he's been throwing down great moves, but again, you had that reverse move. We saw it. It really didn't help Chad Tinkler, obviously, to lose a point. And Tom may lose one where we just saw, but he's making up for it. Bradshaw has the bar set high. Metz is going after it, though.
Look at him standing on the throttle there.
That is, the shot of that right foot. That's classic. He's hammering down.
You can see that front engine, and you know this is a new truck, because look at the Lexan in the front firewall. It's clean and clear. Otherwise, you'd never notice it. Oh, my! You have got to be kidding me.
What have we just seen? That truck literally disintegrates. Tom's thumbs up. Look at it. He's I'm okay. It's all good.
Unbelievable.
Man, there were some great runs out there. Other guys were doing awesome. I told my guys I'm going to start running a little harder. We're getting nearer to Vegas. And they agreed. Well, I think the proof's in the pudding. We definitely ran hard tonight. She held up pretty well, locked up a planetary pretty early, but I drove through it. And most of all, I've never been to Dallas here before. Arlington, this crazy stadium of the Cowboys. I loved each and every minute of it. I was out there. These people were going off. We had a great time bringing it to them. That's what it's all about, baby. Monster Jam. Woo!
What an amazing year. You can see why Monster Jam has become a true worldwide phenomenon and why fans all over the globe are getting their tickets as much as a year in advance to make sure they have the best seats when the biggest superstars come to town. Make sure you log on to monsterjam.com, look at the upcoming events, and make sure that you're getting your tickets. Get there early, enjoy the pit party, get the access that you can get in no other sport. You get it with Monster Jam. And of course, you get thrills like no other. So make sure you get out to the Monster Jam event live. Get by the merchandise stand and pick up the t-shirt of your favorite so you're part of the team as the high-flying action continues to rock all over the world. Thanks for joining us, and make sure you get the chance to live it live anytime Advance Auto Parts Monster Jam comes to town. For the best in freestyle competition, you know it's only Advance Auto Parts Monster Jam.